Alright, so I'm gonna walk through how to do the no summon Dragoonity combo. So this will allow you to go into a level 8 synchro of your choice. It does have to be a dragon. So preferred options, obviously Borreload Savage Dragon for just your generic deck. If you're playing a deck like this one, as you can see, I already have the Buster Whelp in my hand. You can actually go into your Buster Dragon with this combo, along with Borreload Savage Dragon as well. And if you're playing, let's say, Dragon Maze, you can do the exact same thing. So it's pretty flexible, works in pretty much any deck. The main card you want to see in your hand is Dragoonity Remus. So there's different levels to it all. So we'll go through just the entire combo. Obviously, it's going to start off with just activating this. So you will need, some cards that you can discard. In this situation, we'll just go ahead and get rid of the Whelp. We don't need both of them. You're going to want to have this monster in your deck. These two cards are pretty much the essential pieces. If you want to just do the more basic version, you could pretty much just do your combo with just these three cards that you actually see here. 1, 2, and 3. So you want to go into this level 6. And you want to use this effect to, add this card. So in this situation, if I wanted to say add my Dragon Buster Destruction, you can cycle through both your Winged Beast and your dragons this way. I'm gonna go for the extended combo, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get Zephyros. But if you wanted to just end your combo right here, you could always just use the effect of Mist Valley Baby Rock, special summon it, and then go into something like Crystal Wing, or Crystal Wing, since you don't have any Link monsters in the graveyard, that would be your best choice. Maybe a Stardust Dragon if you had it. But we're gonna go for the extended combo. So this requires a couple more pieces. We want our Remus. Now, depending on your hand, you may not need that second. You may not need to reactivate Dragon Ravine if it's a pretty good hand. You will need at least one glow. You will need one glow, and of course Mistletoe. As this will get your level 6 back on the board. Use your glow, special summon it. Then you do another cycle. So I want to go ahead and add this and put this in my graveyard. Now, typically, if I didn't already have the Buster Whelp in my hand, this is where I would add the Buster Whelp and maybe discard the Mist Valley Baby Rock, because with this effect, it can special summon itself. And we're going to do one more combo. And this is how I always like to set it up, just so things are consistent for me. You can kind of put it anywhere if you choose to. Always want to keep him in rotation. You need your Red Eyes. If you're playing a Dragon deck, you already have a Red Eyes in there, so it's not like that's anything extra. Get him back one more time, and then this is your last cycle. Now, if you didn't have any of the cards that you needed in your hand, this is where you would use your Dragon Ravine. So let's just do it just for hypothetical sake. So you would discard a card, and then you would add another one of your Remises in hand. And so then when you activate your Dragoonity Knight, you can add any of your other cards that you needed to. Obviously, I already drew into all my other cards, but you would add it into your hand. I don't really care. You would add it into your hand, and then you would discard this, and then boom, taken care of. And so now we still haven't did our normal summon. So without normal summoning, we got ourselves a Borreload Savage Dragon with a 2 material, and here we could go into Heraldic Dragon Seal. But in this Buster version, I'm not going to use it. But you can go in Heraldic Dragon Seal, put these two up there, and then use your normal summon to go on anything. In your typical Dragoonity combo, this is where you would normal summon your Dragoonity decks and get something that way. There's actually a slightly different variation for that, where you would actually keep your Zephyros on the board, but we're not going to do that right now. But for this setup, I'm gonna keep these two here, and I'm gonna normal summon my Buster Whelp and get Buster Blader. And now I will turn these two into the Link monster, activate its effect. I'm gonna send the spell card to the graveyard, special summon the Buster Blader, and then now synchro into Buster Dragon. Buster Dragon effect. Get him back again. And now this is where your extra card in hand would be most important if you didn't use your ravine. So you can discard something to get yourself your spell card. Now because your fusion is a warrior, due to all of your Dragunity monsters effects, basically you can't go into it this turn, but that's fine. You don't really need to go into them immediately. And I kind of feel it's a little bit better just to help break your opponent's board with it. If they didn't play like a coward and actually just summon the monster in attack mode, you would just flip over your spell card and pretty much run them over. So we're gonna obviously do this and just kind of end this turn here. Yeah, I'm gonna just surrender right now. That's pretty much what all I wanted to show. It's just the combo setup. As you can see there, if I wanted to go into the, into the fusion, it was pretty easy to do so. We don't need to do the rest of the duel. It takes up too much time. But obviously, I won right there. Easy peasy. Okay. So in terms of the necessary cards that that you will need in your deck, you're gonna need 3 of the Remus. This is key. Minimum 1 Legatus, but 2 is pretty okay. Just so if you already drew it in hand, it makes it harder for your opponent to break you. If you, let's say, open Remus, Legatus, and Dragon Ravine, you still discard the Remus to get another Dragon Ravine to basically bait out the Ash. If they use the Ash, great. Now you just play it, you get a Dragon Ravine that you already have in hand, special summon Legatus, and then go into your combo like normal. Didn't even bother you. So when you go into your level 6, they won't Ash that instead. Bait out the Ash as best as you can. Pitch something else out just in case, make them think that you don't have it, and then go in the combo. If you're only going for, like, let's say, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and you don't want to do the bigger combo, then you only need Remus, Legatus, Dragon Ravine, and Mist Valley Baby Rock. Because you're just going to add it to your hand, discard it, it'll special summon itself, and then boom, you make your 8, and then normal summon, play the rest of the game as normal. If you want to do the longer combo and get that Link 2 out on the board, whether it is a Heradic Dragon Seal, if you want the Heradic Dragon Seal instead of like the Protector Whelp, then you're going to need at least 1 Dragunity Glow and 1 Mistleton and a Blackwing Zephyros. You're going to need these 3 cards along the course, obviously, with the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon and Heradic Dragon King, because your combo requires these cards inside of them. But this will get you to your Link 2, so you can end on your Heradic Dragon or your Protector Whelp. If you're running Buster Blader, you probably won't, but I like it. And then from there, you just have your normal summon. So if you're shifting your hand, if you're playing something like Dragon Link, then you can add one of the your special summons to hand, like maybe one of the lighter dark dragons. Since you're at this point forbidden from using anything but dragons, a Dragon Link combo will still be fine, because from there you can special summon one of your dragons in hand, link it off into a striker dragon, and then get your boot sector launch, and then go into that combo also without using a normal summon. I haven't really looked all that much into it yet. I haven't really gotten into Dragon Links. That's really going to be my next task. But I've been really enjoying this Dragunity engine, and so there's been some other decks where I basically do the exact same thing. This is my reworked Dragon Maid combo. I don't know which one I wanted it in, but I think it was this one. Yeah. And as you can see with this version, it's a little bit more bare bone. The only Dragoonity monsters you see are the three I told you about. The Mistleton, the Glow. I have two just because if I do draw into my glows and I have a chamber or a parlor already in hand, then I can still go into, you know, a Dragon Maid. And I like this version a little bit. This is more of a little bit of a control version that I opted. But this version plays a little bit, just runs the engine of Dragoonity alone. So my extra deck, I can actually clean this up just a bit because I'm not really going into these bigger monsters, but you can, but not really. But that's pretty much all you would need. And I found the Dragon Maids once you get it going. A lot of the copies you don't necessarily need because this engine can cycle out the cards. You don't need to run several other cards because if you don't draw into your chambermaid, that's fine. You search it with Gay Durg instead. He adds it, sends it to the graveyard, and then you can add yourself a nurse. So you can normal summon nurse, bring out Dragon Maid, get your fusion, and end your board on Heraldic Dragon Seal, Borlo Savage Dragon, and Dragon Maid Shield, which a lot of people can't get past 2 Omni Negates along with the bounce. So that'd be pretty difficult for him to break. But that's the combo. And yeah, pretty much it's pretty easy to swap into a lot of decks, though unfortunately it is a bit on the expensive side, seeing as Remus is SR, Legimus is SR, the Glow and Mistleton are both rares, but your Zephyros is an ultra rare, your Black Metal is an ultra rare, your Synchro is secret rare, and then obviously Heraldic Dragon is, a lot of these cards are going to be ultra rare secret rares, but it is an engine that you can put in pretty much any dragon deck, honestly. Like if you even wanted to run like a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck, you can still slap this in there. This will help search for your Red Eyes, what is it, the level 1? That can then search for another Red Eyes out your deck. So in that situation, you'd already be running 2 Darkness Metal Dragons in that deck anyway. So, you can slap this in any dragon deck at all. And as long as you draw into Remus or even just a Dragon Ravine, or you could search for Remus, get another Ravine, and then use it to search Legimus, you pretty much make your full board. You cycle through your cards, and then you go combo, and you got a lot of negates on board. And depending on the type of dragon deck you're running, if you're running something like Dragon Maid, even if they break your board, as we all know and have seen, Dragon Maids are hard to break once they get going, and this combo pushes them straight into their full engine, where they're cycling through their nurse and their chambermaid, getting all of their tidying. Because if you luck out and you already have like the changeover or the tidying in your hand, or even an Ice Dragon's Prison, it's going to be very hard to crack your board, and most people won't make it past turn 2. But I think that's pretty much everything when it comes to going over this combo. I will work on a Dragon Link deck soon and implement that in as well. I think this is the final version of my Turbo Dragoonity. Oh, I just got on a 7-win streak playing this deck right here. So it's been pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty good. If I see you use my deck on a ladder, I'm gonna love you. All right, well, it's been fun, and I probably will still upload another video today. I had a pretty good run-in with somebody, so yeah, 22 turn game with Heraldics versus Dark Magician, so pretty fun.